Hey, it's Stephanie. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to address something, the elephant in the room, really, with regard to our current state of feeling. A lot more people have been reaching out to me for spiritual coaching, for spiritual connection. They're coming into the center seeking that, and I think it's because there's a lot of fear out there in the environment right now. We see it on social media, we see it on traditional media, and that is what is being focused on right now, our fear. The intention of some of these media platforms, the intention of the people that are spending the money for media out there in the world, whether it's social media or commercials, videos, whatever it is, they're preying on our fear. They're preying on our fear because if you watch Zootopia, fear always wins, right? That's what the little sheep said. Well, I don't believe that personally. I believe that fear can win, and I believe that fear is a really strong, powerful emotion that can really get in our heads and really activate our nervous systems. But the thing is, when we turn inward, when we ask ourselves, how do we really feel? What is important to us? What do we have in our life right now? What is it that is important to us from a humanity, from a divinity perspective? What is important? What is true? What are our basic core values, right? I think that if we turn back in and shut everything out, we're going to get clear on our answers, and we're going to feel a lot better. We're going to feel a lot better because the people who are preying on us right now aren't looking for us to feel good in this moment. They're looking for us to be activated on either side, right? They're looking for us to be activated. They're looking for us to make decisions based on emotion, right? Which I wouldn't necessarily say is bad. However, when we're coming from a place of fear, when we're making decisions from a place of fear and disalignment, that's not going to be good for any of us. I think we all want to see our country and our communities feeling good, being prosperous, being abundant, feeling good, feeling connected. We want to have that sense of community with our neighbors and our friends, and when we go out into the world. And I want you to focus on that as well. What's happening when you go out into the world? Are you seeing people smiling at one another? Are you seeing people opening doors for one another? Are you seeing people helping one another? Or are you seeing something different? What is it that you are seeing in your community? And if you're not seeing that, be the change, right? Show up in that way that you want to see. Show up in those ways that you want to see more of in your community. I don't know if I said that right, but you get my idea, right? You get my drift. So I just really want us to stop and take a minute and reflect on what is true, what is real, what we really feel and what we want. And I think that's all going to come down to taking care of each other, loving each other, because that's what happens when we are in a crisis mode. That's what happens when we are being the best expression of ourselves. We are sharing, we are helping, we are experiencing life with other people, and we are cooperating with other people. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. It doesn't matter what color of skin you have. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is or your gender identity is. It simply doesn't matter. When we come together as humans, we experience each other as humans. We see the humanity and the divinity in one another. And that's really what this fight is for, right? This fight is for the dignity of everyone, the humanity of everyone, everyone being taken care of in a way that feels good and right and true for them. And anything that's coming at us from a fear-based model does not have the right intention. And I think we all know that, right? Again, no matter on what side it's coming from, we absolutely have a lot of work to do in our communities, in our country, across the world, globally. But it's going to start from our heart. It's going to start from a place of connection. And that's how changes are going to be made, when we really say, how do we want to feel every day? Do we want to feel angry every day? Do we want to feel hatred every day? Do we want to feel disassociated and disconnected every day? I don't think we do. I really don't think we do. So I'm going to offer you some suggestions here. Turn off the media, turn off social media, except my channel, of course. No, I'm just kidding. Take a break. Take a break from the noise. And really go within. Go within. Trust me, you're going to hear what you need to hear, right? If things are going down in your community and you need to hightail it out, you're going to hear about it, right? You don't have to have the news on right now to experience everything, right? There's a lot of noise and a lot of discontent, and that's what's being felt in the ethers, is all that discontent and that uncertainty. And the only way we can combat it is to come back within, to come back, to sit in silence, to be out in nature, to experience nature, to experience our family and friends, to experience one another in a way that is natural and true. That's what we were designed to do, is connect. That's why we've survived for so long, is because we have this natural need to connect and collaborate and to support one another and to love one another. That's really what we're here to do, and that's why we've survived as a species for so long. So let's continue on. I know I want to continue on in this world. I want to feel happy. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel blessed, right? I want to feel safe. And we all do. We all do. So let's make choices that are in support of that, okay? And whether it's in your everyday life, whether it's in an election, but it starts in your everyday life. It really does. It starts in your everyday life. So when you're making decisions every morning, make those decisions from a place of peace, of love, of stillness, conscious decision making. We are all in control. We're all conscious creators. And I think that's really what we want, is to feel good and to feel safe and to feel peace. It's really all we want. I don't know that there's one way to get there. I don't know what the answers are from that perspective, but I know that if we start with that intention and we start with that conviction, then it's going to ripple out and we're going to figure it out. We will figure it out. Let's start with ourselves, then our family, then our communities. Let's move forward in a way that is collaborative and connective. I'd love to hear your thoughts.